My name's Amy, and I'm a diamond on the Northern Rivers in Lismore, and I'm taking this training tonight. Firstly, I just want to say what a huge congrats to so many people embracing the product, embracing the opportunity, and creating lives, beautiful lives that are changing so many people around Australia. We've had some massive, massive rank advancements this week, and we've also had the draw for Ken and Deb. So I just want to point out that we actually have extended that. So if you new rank silver or above over the next week, you need to send an email to Ken and Deb, and if you've got a pen and paper, write this down, and I'll do it at the end of the training session as well, just so you don't miss out. It's simply roll on at telus.net. So if you new rank silver or above, you go into this amazing draw at the conference in Sydney on the 28th and 29th of October. Debbie and Ken have arranged for one person and 3 of their teammates to go on a dinner and a coaching session with them. So that's pretty incredible. These guys are the best in the business. They've been involved with Nucerity for quite some time, right back from the beginning. So anyone new rank silver or above, please send that email out. Now we also have our conference on the 28th and 29th of October. If you haven't got your tickets yet, please go log into your back office and you can buy your ticket by placing an order. So you can go in and place your order. Conference is amazing, and if you haven't been to one, I encourage you guys to get there, and if you have been to one, you will understand just what it means, how it feels to be there, and what happens to your team after you come back from conference. So everyone jump on. We've also got our cruise. Now, our cruise is open to anybody in Australia. We've also got some special guests coming aboard. What more could you want than cruising the Sydney Harbour on the Thursday night, cocktails, food, and in awesome company? So it's black, white, and diamonds is the theme. Now, those tickets are actually on Facebook for sale, so they'll be on Beautiful New Lives and Team Freedom Rollers and a number of the other pages. There's actually been 340 tickets sold, so there's 60 tickets left. So go in, grab your ticket. Now that finishes this week, so you need to have your tickets purchased by the end of this week, so coming next Sunday, so that we can give the cruise ship company our final numbers. Partners are welcome, so bring your partner, get them involved in the community, because that's exactly why we do this business. Now, something else that's actually been announced by the Diamonds, so all the Diamonds are chipping in for this, and it's the VIP Platinum Brunch. Now, this will be happening in the morning on the Friday before conference, and what that does is allows anyone new rank Platinum or above to come to a free brunch with the Diamonds. Now, the venue is yet to be disclosed. I've got a couple of venues floating around, but you know, that's going to be an awesome milestone, some good company and some excellent conversation in that brunch. So new rank Platinum or above, there's 16 people in the draw so far, ranks so far, and there's 80 spots left. So we've got 2 weeks left of our nationwide blitz, and I can guarantee there's going to be plenty more people coming out with Platinum or above ranks over this next 2-week period. Now, we can't forget the announcement of Elite. How flipping amazing was that? So, have you got your Elite? It's about your brain, it's about your beauty, and it's about your body. I've got 2 weeks to go until I have my 3rd child, and I cannot wait to see what this does for my brain, my body, and my beauty following the birth of my 3rd little girl. So if you haven't got your Elite, please jump in the pre-sale. I guarantee you it will sell out and you don't want to miss out. So what happens in the pre-sale is you order your stock now. Your points and your credit card will be deducted as of now, and you'll get the points in your back office, but it's not sent out until mid-September. So you'll be able to get your stock mid-September. So please make sure that you jump in, order your stock, because you do not want to miss out. I remember when the Renew was released and everybody wanted it because of how good it is. So jump in, get it, because we want to trial this on so many people and get them to be feeling just as wonderful as we are. All right, we've got 2 weeks left of the Blitz. So I'm not sure how you guys are feeling. I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty excited for the team. I know that we've had some massive rank advancements over the last couple of weeks, rubies and emeralds. And I've got a lovely lady here tonight, and her name's Amanda Kate. And she's the emerald leader from near Newcastle, so down on the central coast of New South Wales. Amanda Kate, or AK, there's a short nickname that we've got for her in our team. She's going to come on board. So how you going there, Amanda?
Hey guys, coming on. Hey. Hey Ames.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for
So
having me.
I just want to say congratulations for getting an emerald. That's such an massive achievement.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
Yeah, it's crazy. Probably still hasn't sunk in yet for me. Yeah, when I started, I just didn't really know where this was going to take me. So yeah, I don't think it's really hit home yet. What's happening?
It's so awesome. I mean, emerald is a massive rank. It's hard to achieve getting, you've got to put that work in from Ruby. So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Probably not a lot of people know who you are, and we'd love for everybody to know a bit about you and where you come from and how Nucerity's been for you.
Yeah, cool. So I'm a mum of 2 kids. They're now 3 and 5. So I've been in Nucerity coming up to 2 years. I'm not quite at the 2-year mark now. I wasn't coming into this for the business opportunity. I was introduced for my skin through my auntie, our Blue Diamond leader, Veronica Ricks. And yeah, I just started to use the products, and the results I had just were so exciting. When I first saw my very first presentation, that's when I just was so excited. There was something inside of me that just saw this opportunity. I guess I never really knew how our future was going to go. I always felt like I wanted a really good life. I wanted to travel and have the best of what we could, and for our kids. Didn't really know how that was going to happen with our day-to-day life. And then, yeah, Nucerity come along, and it's just so exciting. I'm so excited for our future and just everyone in my team's future as well. So, yeah, it's really cool.
And so what has ranking Emerald done for you and your family? So talk us a little bit through that journey, because a lot of people don't really know what it takes, and I think that you have definitely deserved this rank. Ever since you started, you've worked and you have put in exactly what's needed to get here. So do you want to give the guys a bit of a background of your Emerald journey?
Yeah. So when I first started, I was working about 3 to 4 days a week. I'm a hairdresser. I work for myself. So I did have the flexibility of working, around things. So when I first started, I just was obviously doing part-time Nucerity. The more I learned, the more I wanted to do, and the bigger the opportunity I saw, the more time I put in. So for me now, getting to Emerald has actually allowed me to actually finish my hair job. I do still do 1 day, maybe a month or something like that, just for family and friends. I've got a few people who have told me I'm not allowed to stop doing their hair. So yeah, so for me, it's just that choice, the choice of freedom, which is massive. It got to the point where it was really hard for me to fit everything in. So I really want to put more time into Nucerity and give it my 100% focus. And yeah, I've been able to now give that up. So it's really exciting to have that choice.
I think it's so good when you are able to love life and dream big, which I can see in the background for you. So that's obviously something that you're quite passionate about.
Yeah.
Can you give our listeners tonight, so I'm just going to run through some questions about what you do, and if you can give them some tips, because it's always really nice to hear different people's strategies.
Sure.
So when you are inviting, how
Mhm.
do you intrigue your prospects?
So what I'm finding really effective now is just through our Facebook page, the Roll Set Forget Experience page. So I just find that's a really useful tool. It's a way of intriguing people without having that awkward conversation that a lot of people find. So I've found that really effective. I guess it depends on the person and who it is as to how I approach it. If it's someone that I know with a skin condition or I can see it's someone that I could help, I will talk to them about it, possibly show them a before and after photo. Um, Depends on if there's someone that they can get to a presentation. I love the in-home presentation. So yeah, it just really depends on the situation, but I'm finding the intriguing the most successful with the Facebook page.
Yeah. And so for the people that don't know what the Roll Set Forget is, it's a Facebook page being set up for people to get intrigued and just really get that product belief. So if your team don't have a product before and after page set up, we really encourage that you go ahead and create that for your team, because it allows you to then give people that product and nothing to do with the business, but just really get the belief in the product, and then you can follow up with them. And that's what AK is talking about. They're getting the exposure before they're having another invite. What
Mm.
do you like the best? What's your tool that you use the most?
Oh, I really do use a bit of everything. I mean, I love to intrigue that way and then follow up. So depending on what, generally people I find are intrigued by that page and then they want more information. So it depends on what it is. Sometimes a three-way call can be really effective. Sometimes we can get them on a webinar or otherwise, yeah, a catch up for a coffee date. It really does vary for me depending on the person and what they want. I guess I really find out what suits them, what do they want out of it, because I find people are so different. So I want to do what they're comfortable with. So yeah, I really just get to know what they want to know first.
Yeah, I think that's key. For me, I'm the same. This is all about creating relationships within the business, and if you're good at creating relationships and you're good at talking to people, then inviting is such an important part of the process, but you just want to make sure that you're doing it for them and removing yourself from that process. I actually had a call with a young lady today, and she was talking to me about how her friends might not be as receptive as what she had have hoped in the business. And I know I'm getting a little bit off track, but I just wanted to reassure everybody that people do take more than one, two, three, or four touches before they actually come on board. So she
Yeah,
asked me what I thought about that and were my friends responsive at the beginning, and the answer was no. But you
yeah,
know what? It didn't stop me, and it definitely hasn't stopped you.
okay.
And
Yeah,
and so the way that you can actually create that change in people's lives is just by saying, you know what? That's okay that you guys said no. Now
yeah,
it's time to try something new, or see someone else's life that you want to change.
yeah,
So
yeah.
am I able to put you on the spot a little bit and ask so you can tell our listeners, say you had a prospect that you wanted to introduce to a webinar,
Yeah.
how would you go about the invite process?
So I generally explain to them how the webinar works. I just let them know, we've got a webinar on Sunday night. It's on at 8 o'clock. It goes for 30 minutes. It's really easy to watch and to access because I find webinar, I know personally prior to Nucerity, if someone invited me to watch a webinar, I just would have said, no way, what's a webinar? I've never heard of it. I wouldn't know how to do it. I don't know what it involves. So I find explaining it to people can be really helpful, just to let them know it's really easy to do. No one else can hear you or see you. You're just watching it. And, it goes for 30 minutes. I like to let them know it's not a long process. And I just, say it's a really great way to see it. You get to see the before and after photos. Just really explain to them what it involves, and then just I always like to follow up at the end of that with, you know, do you mind if I send you a message so I can set up a call so I can answer any questions for you? I think that's really important. Because a webinar for the first time that you've had anything to do with Nucerity isn't quite enough. It's a great way to intrigue again, but there's going to be a lot of questions. So I find the sooner you follow up with those questions as well, the more successful you're going to be.
Absolutely, and that's key, I think, for every single person listening tonight is that follow-up. So Mendicate
Yeah.
just touched on that. She would always schedule the follow-up at that invite process. So that's something that I think is really important, and it probably is the part that most of us are let down on, because if you don't ask, how do you know?
Mhm.
Tell me about your team. How's your team going now?
Yeah, my team's going awesome. Yeah, everyone's really excited. I think ranking is so exciting for everyone. And also once your team starts to develop and they have their team starts to grow, yeah, it's really good. We've got a really great team building. I've got a great team in Newcastle now. It's taken a little while for us to take off here. And then I've got a team spread out everywhere now, so it's really exciting to see that grow and just to see that that community of everyone getting together and getting to know each other. We really watched you guys up in Ballina gain that, and Paula and I started off down here, and it was just the two of us. We stuck together the whole way through. We've had some ups and downs until we got that build and got that follow. But yeah, it's really awesome now to see how it's grown.
Oh, even from my perspective, it's so cool. And I
Yeah,
remember back in the day, and I'm talking, only 2.5 years ago, so it's not that long ago, there was only three of us that stuck together. And Eva, if you're listening tonight, that's a testament to you, because you came down every single week and helped us create that community, and that's
yeah.
what people learn from. And so now that you've got a little community in Newcastle and you're starting to expand your business outside of there, tell me how you get the best out of your team.
So I find communication is really great. Keeping it fun, which sometimes we forget. You know, you get so focused on your goals, and sometimes you got to remember just to have a good time as well along the way. Yeah, we've started to really get together more often, and yeah, just create that great environment so everyone can help each other. So we've got cross lines, not necessarily always down lines and up lines all together. Everyone's sort of working in well together. And I find that's it's really great. People love being a part of something special like that, where people are helping people even if they don't benefit. And I find that's what Nucerity really has taught me a lot. And it's just such a good feeling to know that people actually care and they're not doing it because they're benefiting from you. And it's yeah, we've really got a good group of that now here.
Oh, that's awesome. And do you guys run a weekly uh, open presentation, or what do you do for that local
We
community?
don't. We've tried the weekly open presentations. I've just found it hasn't been a huge success for us. We've started just to do a monthly face-to-face training catch up, which has really gotten people inspired and excited. I'm finding that really good. We are going to start to do more, more things as the team grows, and just see what works for people, see what fits, and what people really want. So yeah.
Perfect. I love that. Now, I've been to a few conferences, and I know you have too. So, do you want to tell the listeners which conferences you've been to and what that's done for you and for Tim?
Yes, awesome. So I went to my first conference, which was in Dallas. Was that 2015? I forget.
September, that, yeah,
Yeah,
not
September
last
2015.
year, before.
So, oh wow, I went to that. It was tough. I left my kids. I had so much guilt leaving. The kids were probably only they were only babies. One was still only he was about 20 months. It was really hard to go. Left my husband at home with the kids, which was huge for us. I have a great support network of family, so that helped. But me going to that, wow, it changed everything. I had no idea about how great Nucerity was. I'd heard it from other people. I'd heard about the founders and but there's no way I expected what I saw. And what I was a part of, I got to meet the Schneiders. I had no idea who they were. It was so funny. Paula and I and my team turned up and sat down with these people, and I was chatting like, oh yeah, whatever. I've got no idea who they are. And then later we found out who they were, and it's like, oh my God, they're millionaires. So it was really cool. They are the nicest people you'll ever meet, that I've gotten to become good friends with now. So yeah, that was awesome for us. We got to meet Phyllis, the founders, just be a part of an amazing company. So I had a great time there. Then I went on to Las Vegas, which was amazing. Yeah, yeah, so exciting just to be there and just to be living this life. There's no way 2 years ago I thought possible for us. So by the third conference, I mean, my very first conference, I knew this was it. I was all in, no matter what. My poor husband, he didn't really know what was happening. He just thought, oh, she's crazy. She's so excited. He didn't really get it. So when he come along to San Diego with us this year, he just went. I remember we walked into day one of the conference, and he just went, "Oh my God, this is massive!" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I think you don't realize what a huge company this is. I didn't realize he didn't understand that. So yeah, from that day on as well, he has been 100% all in. You just get to see what it is, and it's massive opportunity. So yeah, it's really, really, I won't miss another conference. I absolutely love it, and we live for it. It's so exciting.
And so when you come back from conference, how does that affect your team?
I feel it just brings that excitement because you come back so pumped yourself. It really lifts you again because this is, it is work, so it's not easy all the time. It's a lot of fun, but there's still roller coaster rides. We've got to have we're always learning and ups and downs, but it's just a really good lift, and I guess it's inspiring, like those diamond speeches for everyone who gets to see those live this year, and especially because it's going to be all of the Aussies. That'll be you, eh?
I know.
It's just so exciting. Like I think when you start off, I think I was platinum at my first conference or gold, I can't remember. And you just think to yourself, there's no way I can ever be a diamond. Listening to those speeches is so inspiring. I cry the whole time. And now I just see, it's possible for all of us. It's really, really exciting.
Oh, it's such a ground floor opportunity. It is absolutely mind blowing.
So,
So,
yeah, I
a
can
little bit
wait for
deeper.
my team to be there and see it. It's really,
So, are you going to Sydney?
oh yes, 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 sure am. My whole family will be coming to Sydney. Everyone, my whole team. My team is my family now. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
can't wait for. Yeah, everyone's excited. Anyone who hasn't been to a conference, I've never ever been involved in any type of conference before. I guess a lot of companies, a lot of work, people in their normal work go, but I just went, wow, now I realize a work conference is not necessarily a lot about work. It's just a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. So I've noticed a massive change in you since I first met you
Yeah.
well, 2 years ago now, because of the personal development and the growth that you've been through the Nucerity journey. But tell us what you've learned about yourself. What are the biggest things that you've learned?
So much. My journey, I guess there's times where you've got to grow in this business. You probably don't realize it yourself. I was so lucky enough in the beginning of my journey. I had Eva Bergstrom live in my house for a week at one stage, and then for another week later on. I learned so much from her. If anyone doesn't know her, she is just, yeah, she's so knowledgeable on life. And so I learned a lot from her in the beginning. Just on, what you put out there, you're going to get back, and, your happiness and things like that. Um, with negativity, not to feed negative people with more, don't go back and forward with a negative person. She just, smile and say, okay, and change the subject. And little things like that just made a huge difference for me. But yeah, just this journey itself, the personal development I've had has made my whole life happier. So whether it's just as a mum, as a wife, as an everyday person in the community, so much happier. I feel like most people in their journey are going to have a hard time, and it's easy to blame other people or blame your circumstances or have an excuse, but everyone can do this and everyone has the tools. Most of the things that I've used were free types of training, like I haven't had to, outlay money. It's stuff you can do at home at night. So I really feel there is no excuse with this type of a business because of what we have and the team that we have, the support. I know I've come to you. We're not in direct same, team yet. We can, I can come to anyone and ask for advice and help. So yeah, it's really exciting. That's probably my favorite part so far. It's just the happiness that you can get, by what you do yourself.
Oh, that's the best part for me as well, is that community and that coaching. So tell us about your future. What does it mean for your future now?
Wow, so exciting. I'm excited every day. Yeah, our future, my goal is to retire my husband in the next 6 to 12 months. Because the hardest part for us now is the kids and I have that freedom. We can go to the beach whatever day, do whatever, but he's stuck at his job, and that's hard for us. So that makes my why even stronger to work harder. I've got, family, I've got my sister, cousins, all sorts of people in the business now that I can't wait for them to have what I've got. So I'm working hard to help them achieve their goals. But yeah, our future is just whatever we want now. I can't wait in the future to head overseas. We plan to, take a month in Greece, in Spain. I've got family over there. So we're waiting for Nucerity to open in those European countries. Um, and the moment it does, I've got plans. We're ready to go. We'll homeschool the kids or we'll put them into an international school. Like this is something that we could never, ever have done. So, I've got a team building in the UK, in the US. So who knows? Yeah, it's really, really exciting. And
Oh,
like I said,
unstoppable.
we didn't know how we were going to pay our electricity bill.
Yeah.
So it's so exciting.
And that is just so heartwarming to hear, because there are so many people involved with this journey that
Yeah.
we started there. We
Yeah.
had to start. We had to start with our two, and it is
Yes.
so achievable.
Yeah.
Okay,
Totally.
look, thanks so much. Before you sign off, I just want
Yeah.
you to share your top tips with the listeners tonight
Yeah.
about what you would give to someone new in the business, and yeah, share from an Emerald leader what worked for you.
Yeah, awesome. So probably my number one thing I would do is like we've talked about intrigue people, not be the message yourself. All I suggest for anyone in my team, especially new people, is just to intrigue your people and don't be the message. Let someone else help you because it is so much more successful. So just to ask whether it's a three-way call or a catch-up, something like that. It is so much more important to have that third-party validation. I still use it myself now all the time. I find it so much easier and it's more successful. It's just how this business works. So if you're not doing that, I really encourage you to try it. We do it all the time, even if someone new enrolls and they're happy to enroll with their friend. It's so great to get them on a call with someone else because they just get to hear all that information. And I think, that experienced person knows what to say. And I find when you do it, like the person gets really excited and they're like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could do this. And I didn't know Skincerity worked on that. And it's just such a different, feel to the person once they hear all the information. So the biggest thing I can say is don't try and do it yourself. Your upline or anyone will want to help you. It doesn't matter, who it is. People, we want to help people. So I always say to my team, don't think you're bothering me. I love when my phone rings. I love when people call and ask questions. And ask questions. Ask as many questions as you can because that's how we learn.
Oh, thanks so much, and I'm really stoked to be able to interview you tonight.
Thank
Thanks for your
you.
tips and sharing your
Great.
journey with people, because it's really
Yeah.
nice to hear and get to know others in the company. So, AK
Yeah.
will be a diamond soon. She's soon to be a
Yeah.
diamond in the house. So we're going to
Yeah.
be having lots of those over the next few months before conference. So thanks heaps, mate,
No worries.
and I hope
Keep
wish you
listening,
well
guys.
in the next 2 weeks.
Thanks, Ames.
So
Yeah.
I just want to close off tonight by giving you guys a little bit more housekeeping that I ran through at the beginning, just to make sure that you got that email for Deb and Ken. So remember that anyone who's new rank silver or above this week, so last week and this week, goes in the draw to win a coaching session with Ken and Deb. There's one of you, and you get to take 3 of your teammates. Now, that's going to be absolutely amazing. These guys are the best in the business. So get your pens out, because this email address is what you need to send your name to. It is simply, so SIMPLY, roll on, ROLLON, at telus.net. Now, we've also got our conference, which is the end of October. If you haven't got your tickets, please jump on, because I know that if every single person who has a conference ticket buys one more, then there will not be enough to go around. We have our VIP brunch, our platinum brunch. So platinum rank or above before conference means that you get a brunch with the diamonds. Absolutely amazing gems in there. Then we've got our cruise ship. There's so much happening, guys, over the next couple of months. Perfect time to introduce your people to this business. A perfect time to have some fun. Make sure you go out and share that love and create those lives that you're wanting for yourself. And just before I sign off tonight, we have a special guest next Monday night training. One of the founders on training. It is one not to be missed. So this week, have a great week. Make sure that you go out there, get your elite, and get people interested in trialing it for you. Reach out, reach up, reach down, whatever it is. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you next time.